Music. The roots of country music can be found right here in the Bluegrass Station. From country, gospel, bluegrass, to comedy and R&B. We invite you to listen in with us today to enjoy the artists that are just beginning, some that are hot in the charts and in the region, to those that are inducted into the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. I'm Charlie Napier, your host, and welcome to Stars Across Kentucky on WRVK 1460 AM. 97.7 FM and around the world on WRVK 1460.com.
I should have got you some water. You should have got some water before we started, but you didn't think of it. I did.
What's that?
We spent an hour. We had an hour chance.
Stephen said, do you need some?
No, I'm good. I'm going to kick back and relax now.
I can do that. I will sleep.
Good afternoon, Stars Across Kentucky here at WRVK. Charlie Napier on board with you guys and gals. Been doing this for quite a long time. You folks out in the world, come visit us here in Rockcastle County. We're on I-75, exit 62. Go northbound US 25 and you'll come right through Renfro Valley, the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. And just up the road, please, Red Foley Drive. And you come up Red Foley Drive by the KOA campground and you're here at this radio station. This famous radio station.
I know.
We had a guy stopped in yesterday from Maine, and he had moved from Maine to Tennessee, and I didn't have a lot of time, but we talked a lot in about 10 minutes. But anyway, our guest today, good friend from your location, Tony Cooper, is...
I'm in Casey County. They're in Casey County.
Casey County, okay. We have listeners in that area, several of them, as a matter of fact. And Tony Cooper is a singer-songwriter, folks. And you know, we have a lot of folks, and that's gotten to be a trend, Tony. The singer-songwriter thing. There's
really
more
is.
and more of these people that are setting up these little sessions with 3 people and maybe an hour show.
Yeah,
And they
I've
get
done
to,
several of those, yeah. Yeah, it's look, maybe even going to be doing some more of them. You hear locally and just start up a whole bunch of different ones. You know. So there's a whole lot of writers there.
and you know, and that is the heart of music. I don't care any singer out there. If he don't have the music or she don't have the music to sing, then it's awfully hard for him to make that next big hit.
Yeah.
I know. Talking to Marty Raven not long ago, he was saying, you know, send some of those guys girls' songs up to us.
Yeah.
And I haven't done that yet, but he did leave me some contact information.
That's cool. He's signed with Billy Dean.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
it's same club.
Yeah, and Marty's looking for some.
Maybe you'll holler.
Well, if you have a contact with your
I do.
label, I'm sure you do.
I do.
Then you can holler at him and
Cool.
get some music over to him. But he's looking for some new music.
That would
there.
be awesome. I grew up listening to him.
Yeah.
Just really been a long, familiar voice, you know, and that's what music does. It's a familiarity.
Well, you know, Shenandoah for a while, when they were just tearing out the money from all the shows, and then Marty went single for a while.
And bluegrass.
Yeah, exactly, and did well. And now I think they've re-engaged back to Shenandoah.
I think they're going to kind of split the difference and go bluegrass and country and whatever else they want to play.
And you know what? People hungry for that.
And they can do it.
A little of all of it.
That's Shenandoah, yeah.
Yeah, you know, highly talented group. Their show down here was
I respect
magnificent.
it.
Well, how have you been doing?
I've been doing great. Trying to get used to this songwriter stuff. Doing it all my life, and I'm never going to get used to it.
You and I share a friend, before we get deep in our conversation here, you and I share a friend, and I'm going to let you take it from here because he's a little closer to you and you're a little closer to him than me maybe, but maybe not though. I've known him longer than you have.
Well, I'm going to have to shout out to Mr. David Ledford down there in Lincoln County at Houstonville Elementary. I'm plugging there. Got a lot of fans there today. I was just thinking of all those people. I thought, well, I do have 500 people that like me. And most of them's under 10, but they all still like me. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, David grew up in the same church that I've gone to for the last 30
I
years.
understand that.
And,
That's neat.
and he's a great young man. And he worked the sound and music till he went on to be the principal and working in the school systems. And
Maybe I
things
need to
like
get
that.
him to sing a song.
Well, not.
I'll write him
He
to
was in
sing.
control of buttons. I don't know about saying that. His dad is a songwriter, so David may be a good singer, songwriter.
Wonderful people there. I mean, I'm just overjoyed to be a part of that school system and the staff and the kids. I mean, that's what I do, and I love my job. So I think
Yeah, well, it's never work when you love a job.
no, it's not. It's not. I
Yeah.
love my job.
And that's not an old saying.
I
It's
get enough
true.
of that on the farm at the house.
Well, so you've been writing. I know you've been into some. You've got some more music out there and up there. So
I've been
bring me
very-
up to date on where your songwriting is.
I've been very fortunate, especially even last year. Began a new journey, I guess you call it, or era for me, is having something that's actually been put out, and it done really well. It was in the bluegrass charts. Made it all the way to number 6, I believe. Top 10 in the country for 4 months. So, and then it's still on the charts way down there, but it's still there. And I think, well, you know, that just feels really, all these years of writing and thinking of it, well, I need to throw all this away. I've wasted a lot of time putting words on paper. And I've said it before, you know, I encourage anybody, if they love to write songs, books, anything, any way that they can express themselves. And, you know, if music does for them what it does for me, then everybody needs music. Because I couldn't live without it. I just know I could.
Well, and you and I were talking off the mic here a while ago. This is a great way for one to express, you know, some maybe your experiences or your emotions or what's going on with your life or in your life.
Absolutely, because you know, it's not like you were saying. It's not as easy as people think. Maybe running a radio station is and doing all this, but you know, as far as the songwriting, I've been really fortunate to have known and played with and written with some great people, very super talented, and I'd never have ever got to meet them if it wasn't for an old guitar. You know. Because,
Well, I'm glad you said it was easy to run a radio station.
that's what people think it was easy. Yeah.
There was a point in that hour. You can tell them what I said. I mean, I just point blankly. I just said, Tony, I don't have time to talk. It was crazy.
And I understand. I
Yeah,
understand completely.
we had that bluegrass show lining up there for Monday, and I was carrying
Yeah,
too
that's gonna
many
be awesome. Maybe.
conversations there.
Get something
Well,
going.
what's your first song up here?
Oh, well, I just wanna. I'm not known for no really peppy, happy songs, but I've got one that I really like.
Tell us the backdrop on it now.
This
We
is,
always ask when you're doing new stuff to throw us a
well,
backdrop on it.
It's a, you know how you've got the, especially when you're younger, you've got that longing, and you've got that one true love that you've always had, and that's all you can think of, always on your mind. Even when you're asleep, you're thinking, you know, you're dream walking. You're hand in hand, and you're dream walking with them. You know, they are your everything. So
You're bringing a lot of memories for somebody out there.
now I just thought it would be a good tribute to, and again, I've been through it, and you know, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. But dream walking, you're ever waking there, you've got a purpose, and you go for that. You know, and some it may be their job that they love more than anything in the world. That can happen too. But if it's somebody, or you just want every minute that you've got on there to have being with that.
Be productive, yeah.
Productive. So a little song called Dream Walking with You. A little more peppy than my usual. We'll get to those. Well, I see you in the dreams I have at night, the moonlight dancing through your hair. Thought to myself, such a beautiful sight. The next thing I knew was there. I was dream walking with you, girl, holding your hand in mine. Dream walking with you, girl. Well, I must be out of my mind. Yeah, I know that I'm out of my mind. Well, another day passes, the world takes flight, but my heart remains so true. I find myself waiting upon the night, and I'll be walking with you. Dream walking with you, girl, holding your hand in mine. Dream walking with you, girl. Well, I must be out of my mind. Yeah, I know that I'm out of my mind. Well, I used to wonder why just everything was. Is it fate or destiny? I find it's ashes to ashes and dust to dust, and the spirit is caught in between. And we're dream walking with you, babe, holding your hand in mine. Dream walking with you, girl. Well, I must be out of my mind. Yeah, I know that I'm out of my mind.
Dream Walking, Tony Cooper. That's a good song. I like it.
Well, thank you.
We'll be back with Tony here in just a minute with more on Stars Across Kentucky. Busy shows here today.
This is Danny McKinney from Bradhead Farm Equipment.
We're going to talk to the people out there on the web.
Yeah.
I'll keep it muted over here on my end until we get through this break. ever play for the kids? You ever play for the kids down here?
Yeah, I'll slide that when I got about 10.
I used to do that every Friday for 5th grade.
I'll do without my lunch. And I'll
We
go.
take 120 kids and put them in one room. And
Oh, yeah.
you're talking about making noise. We make some noise.
And I've even, I'm trying to figure out a few, I did a Christmas show for the school last year, just a song or two, and they really loved it. And I love to see them inspired by music, you know.
Well, yeah, music is the one thing.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It touches everybody's lives, and no matter where.
Yeah, no matter what. Yeah. If you're on the moon, guess what they're doing? They got the radio on.
Yeah. Earth, can you get us down?
Lucy in the sky.
With diamonds.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Watching old space movies, and sure enough, somebody be, they'd be singing some kind of, there's a bad moon on the rise or something.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to have music in space.
This message brought to you by Rock and Simple Friends Supplies.
Alrighty, let's move along here. We've got Tony Cooper with us today, and Tony is a singer-songwriter himself. He's written several songs. The Sugar Hill has recorded some music
Yes,
for him.
Junior Boys and Terry. A song I called, I said earlier, it got on the charts, and hopefully we'll get a few more, because I've met a lot of, like I said, great people and writers that through those songs. And that song in particular was co-written by me and Mr. Mike Richards, a real good brother of mine, I guess you'd call it now. We're like brothers. And Miss Terry Gore, she's the lead singer for the Sugar Hill Band. So that worked out good.
Now, in your music world, now who does most of your recording for your songs? What label?
They will. That'd be through Daywin Publishing.
Okay.
Daywin Publishing, and then it goes through. I have a song signed by another publishing company. It's called Great Escape, and they've still got that. And then I've got several more hopefully coming up. Signed to it one day once.
Yeah.
And,
Well, now, do they copyright those for you?
yes, everything is. It's all taken care of, and then if they like them really, really good after they sign them, then they'll get them on, and then they'll see what they can do with them.
I was thinking there might be some songwriters out there listening, and you might want to take a shot at doing some of this stuff.
Yeah,
and enjoy some music.
The way it works there with the writers, and then they, of course, if they're going to put anything into it, then they expect something out of it. So it's always a good sign if they really like your song.
What do you got coming up?
Well, we're going to have to. What I cut my teeth on here was this song pretty much explains itself. It's heartbreak, and everybody got these happy songs now about trucks and I mean just everything. I'm still into. These are happy to me too. The sadder the song, the better I feel, because I think that I'm not the only one, and I know other people are sharing that emotion with me.
Oh yeah,
I know. So I'm not by myself. I'm not the one going through this. I'm a little hoarse today. I look up, might be part goat. A song called My Own Shoulder. She promised me true love eternally, but she never cared for the heart she stole from me. There are times when I wish that I died. I use my own shoulder when I cry. I use my own shoulder when I cry. There is no one to take the pain I feel inside. I'll take those letters that she wrote to dry my eyes. I use my shoulder when I cry. Passing time has gone on without me. For I live in this world of memories. I can't forget her, I don't even try. I use my shoulder when I use my own shoulder to cry. Well, there is no one to take pain, feel beside. I'll take those letters that she wrote, dry my eyes. I use my shoulder when take those letters that she wrote, dry my eyes. I use my shoulder when I shoulder when I cry, when I cry.
Well, it might have been sad, but it was good.
All right.
You said now when you write sad songs, it makes you happy.
It gives me I guess it's a euphoric, like, okay, now I can breathe, forget it.
Okay.
You can,
But you don't seem to, when I talk to you, I mean, you're a very positive talking individual, and we were talking about, working with students and things, and you're completely positive, but you write some deep stuff.
Well, yeah, maybe that's my release.
Okay.
Stories kind of like the black. Everybody goes, "Where you always wear black?"
Do you always wear black?
It's been close to 30 years now.
Wow, the man in black.
It's just well, I've had a lot of nicknames because of
Now
the other men in black.
You was telling me a little story about Man in Black, a real Man in Black, Johnny Cash.
Yeah, he was, and again, and he even wrote the song. That's the name of the song, Man in Black. And but in the song, as a writer, I know where he was coming from there because it's a lot of traditional beliefs in there. Seems like black is it's what people got trouble and they got worries, they got pain and stuff. If they can't bear it, burden, bring to me. We'll get to it. Yeah, I don't care to bear another man's burden. It don't bother me.
Yeah, I always see black, and my perception, people who wear, for example, a lot of business, maybe lawyers, people like that wear black, which implies power, that kind of thing.
I don't see it for me, as a power symbol. One thing, it's very convenient, and I don't have to wrestle with what I put around me. I don't even have to match my socks. Everything, reach and grab it, I'm ready. That's, but it does have its benefits. But I just prefer it, and it does seem to keeps me calm. And my favorite color is red as you can get it.
Okay. Well, I'm sitting here thinking it's black, and it's not black.
It confuses me too. So I'll just wear black. I've seen what it is now.
All right. I'm going to give up on that topic right there. And let me run through another break here. We'll be back with more with the Man in Black here. Tony.
The other Man in Black.
In just a bit.
But it seems for me, the more I address that question, it's just more of it's something. One last thing I got to worry about, and knowing people. And you know, it's just like in the song, it says, one day he'd like to wear a rainbow every day. Now when I do my native stuff, that's when I wear my bow. And I'll wear ribbon shirts, but they're black basically with red and white and blue.
So are you Native American?
Cherokee descent, we're told. We know who we are, yeah. Matter of fact, next weekend I'll be playing in the 27th, 28th, 29th at Richmond Powwow. I'll be playing there with a lot of friends.
Did you ever hear of Susan Running Deer Stevens? She was a good friend of mine. I met her
What
first.
was the last part?
Susan Stevens was her name, but she went by Running Deer, Susan Running Deer Stevens. And I'd love to see her. She was just a wonderful lady. And she would come to my class and put on her all of her things that they did, and talk to students about how Indians have their own, on the reservations, have their own health care and all of that. The kids just found it amazing. And then we'd follow up on making dream pictures.
Yeah, I've done that every year for years. I went around all the schools in the area. Usually I used to work for Casey County too, so every year I would go around all the schools and do demonstrations. And now back then my son would help me. Now my grandson helps me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we just try to allow people to know that,
Okay, we're going back on now.
different people exist.
Well, we've been having an interesting conversation, something I didn't know about Tony, off the radio, but on camera. We've been talking about his descent. He's a Native American descent.
Mm-hmm.
And you said Cherokee?
Cherokee. As far back as we can figure.
And you're going to be involved in a powwow pretty soon?
Yeah, for about 20 years I've been going to different powwows and things, but now this year I get to present Native music there, and I write Native songs with guitar and stuff too. So.
Oh, do you?
But
Well, now how is the music for that?
for me, exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
But it's
do
the
you
word.
have a Native American song that you can do?
Yeah.
I mean, you got me interested in this.
Well, people tend to think, I just like for people to get to a more self-aware point to where, it ain't about me, it ain't about him, it ain't about you, it's about all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And this world, one of the first things it needs is peace and harmony. And and again, they tend to think, well, we're playing the flute and the water's running, everything's good and peaceful, But people deal with things that way. And yeah, I've got one. If you want me to, I can share with you.
I would like
I'll
to.
be playing.
I mean, like I said, you got me curious now, and I'd like to.
It's different, but hopefully there's a different feeling in it. Should be a big drum behind it next week. I'll walk this world, to find places where I've been, and only in my mind I feel the warm wind blow. There's healing music everywhere, songs of understanding. I know the truth is there, and I'm searching for the way it's supposed to be. Before all the hate came to be, well, the journey has been long, I believe. Still there can be Let's be mindful, O Creator, of all things great and small, and pray with me, people, for those who cannot at all. I'm searching for the way it's supposed to be before all the hate came to be. For the journey has been long, but I believe still there could be, or still there could be. I'm in need. I'm in need. I'm in need.
All right, Tony Cooper, I had a request while you were singing that song. They were listening to you on their car radio, and they said, have him to scoot up. They want to hear you.
I'm sorry.
And you're talking a low voice anyway, and I've got my dials cranked all the way wide open here.
Okay.
So
Well, I've been accused of that before.
okay. Well, you've been accused of it today.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, well, we do appreciate that, and I scooted the mic up a little bit, and maybe that'll help too. But I found that little part of your life. As long as I've known you, I didn't know that you had the Native American culture in your veins, and I was always intrigued by some of the things that Susan would bring and talk about, and actually she would go on a yearly powwow to her tribal area, and I think she was Cherokee too.
Oh, okay. She was probably going out to Oklahoma or even up here. But I go to a lot of, they're not just Cherokee, they're intertribal. And that way, if you're specifying, you're kind of excluding others. So we're not about excluding you.
Right, you're being inclusive, right.
So you call it a gathering, or you call it a intertribal meeting, or a honor the fathers type deal, and honor the veterans, But it just makes for good, and that peace and harmony. It's not just in the Native people; it's in all of us. People need to come together. It's like
Boy, did we ever!
gathering.
Yeah, I totally 100%
More
agree
than
with you on that.
people talk about the COVID, but it did have a big effect on how
Everything.
families socialize, how kids are educated, how kids learn. Don't get me started on that. I'll go back to teaching.
Well, don't get me started either.
No, yeah, you got a lot of years experience in teaching.
What do you got coming up here, boys?
Well, I guess I might have a sad one for you.
You told me that 2 songs ago.
Here's one up. Again, I like when titles and lines, some call them hook lines or whatever, come to you. Just turn and walk away. It's like a final word. Just forget it. Like when you walk off the radio, I'm fixing to turn back on. Just turn and walk away from it. Sometimes it's best, and you don't get to see what's after. So
Exactly. Now you'll be writing a song about me.
And things have happened. Things have happened. There's a little song called "Turn and Walk Away," and I like to do it different. I don't like the same structure every time. I like some will get really technical, verse, chorus, verse, and chord, turn over, key.
I like that too.
And it's just really cool that there's so many different ways. So, because this one I did a little different, but it's an old style, and it goes back to there's a bridge in the middle of it. It's called "Turn and Walk Away," and I'm hoping there is a word in here, but it's fully intended on the place. So I don't think I'm kind of cussed on you ready. Well, you say you're gonna leave me, that your love for me is gone. say goodbye to forever. Let our white doves flow. If it's true and how you're feeling, I won't beg you now to stay. I wish you peace and happy things. I hope you find a brighter way. Here comes the hurt again. To this floor, Lord, I pray. Please don't watch me while I cry. Baby, just turn and walk away. When I go to heaven, God's gonna know there's hell to pay. He won't like my crying at the time my soul away. So when I go face old Satan every day, he won't know he can't hurt me. Tears will flood his world away. Here comes the hurricane. To this floor, Lord, I pray. Please don't watch me while I cry. Baby, turn, walk away. Please don't watch me while I cry. Baby, just turn and walk away.
Tony Cooper back with more with Tony and the Stars Across Kentucky after this. That's a good song.
Oh, man, I forgot about that word. But it's describing the place.
Right, I got that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But you're going to find another song. I've got it. Anything used in it, I try to use it perfect.
And I appreciate that. Not every guest does that.
Oh, really?
I do try to caution guests if I feel like they indicate they're going to get something that I feel is inappropriate, because I feel the same way you do that. I'm not a guy who curses and things like that.
As far as I know, that's the only one I've ever read.
But that's I mean,
Give us the place.
you're talking about a place. That Christian believers.
Yeah. And they all know.
They talk about it.
Yeah.
And my pastors have in the past talked about it very bluntly.
We at the Rockcastle County PDA's office join in the awareness campaign to alert drivers that school is back in session. Children are excited this time of the year and don't always pay attention when getting on and off the bus. Be on the lookout for school buses during the morning and evening drive times, and be mindful of the buses' flashing lights. Life is too precious not to protect.
Rockcastle County Rockets football this Friday night. Pregame at 7 p.m. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. between the Rockcastle County
Log is
Rockets
busy
and the
today,
Franklin
Tony.
Panthers. Chris Bishop
I said
and
my
Devin
log is
Russell
busy.
will
Oh,
play
yeah.
today. Rocket football brought to you
I'm
by
not going to school here and take the rest of this break.
KFC Marathon
And
in
that
Melbourne.
was about
Gibbons
13
Trucking,
minutes.
Rockcastle Regional, Community Trust Bank, Malvern and Drug, Citizens Insurance Agency. Rockcastle County Attorney Jeremy Round. Eastern Kentucky Recycling. Rockcastle Professional Pharmacy.
Do have a rock and roll
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance.
song. I don't know if you want to hear something a little faster.
Well, Somerset.
Bluesy.
Hey, listen, lay it out. I didn't think you had a fast song.
Actually, I've got several. I love rock and roll, country,
Oh, do you?
blues, jazz, classical. I love it all.
But you don't write a lot of that kind of stuff.
I don't write it for me to sing.
Yeah.
I write it for other people to sing. You can hear my voice is already.
Yeah, I can't see you singing Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh, well, sings my better than.
Or me either.
No, Johnny Cash has to tune his voice down to get to mine.
Bluegrass for the Blues, it is all on display. We are open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We also invite you to book your private event or group tour. Visit us online at KentuckyMusicHallOfFame.com.
Mr. Ruffin, I got a live camera going, and that's okay. After 3, sometimes, can you give me a buzz? I'm best. Okay. All right.
Be sure to slow down, watch out for school buses, wet roads, and please don't mix drinking and driving. This message is brought to you by Kevin and Pam.
But here lately, I've been focused on bluegrass gospel and stuff. But again, these are songs I can never sing.
They're songs you're writing for other people to sing. How do you get to set the tempo for them?
Listen to them first. I have to hear them sing.
And then you let them set the tempo of it? I mean,
No, I'll set
the
it.
melody, I guess is what I'm saying.
You know, singers, some of them are better at tuning into it than others, and they can come in, and if they can feel it and see the vision, that tick all gets set.
All right, we're going to go around.
And join us Sunday,
You can make it a burning or real slow in bluegrass.
for a cruise in from 10 till 2. They bring the residents out, they enjoy your vehicles,
I love doing
and they
that
will
show.
be making
It's
selections
assisted
for
living.
rewards. It is a
Most of the time we have
I think, did you cover that one year over there at Denver?
Yeah.
I think we did.
the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought I saw you. Alrighty, moving along here, 2:43 in the afternoon on Stars Across Kentucky. Our guest Tony Cooper, who has had some luck riding, Gabby, very quickly, Bill, with Chigger Hill. You can look up that group, Chigger Hill.
Yeah, you can go online or just Google the song.
And I think we even have it here in the station library, for sure. I know I'll
Hopefully there's several more in the works, and a couple of us done been demoed, and some great writers co-writes on those, and details, can get into.
It's funny, we was talking about the fact you're writing the songs, and then my question to you was about the melody of the song. You're writing a song for a bluegrass group, and it's not a Tony Cooper song.
Right.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Well,
my question was, how do you set the melody for that group?
Yeah, they rely on professionalism and people in the
So
know
they just grab it
you can
and
train.
set their own.
But if you're a 30-year veteran bluegrass artist, any words you see, that melody's gonna come to you.
Yeah.
Or if you're taking that same song and you've been singing country for 45 years, it's a country song.
Yeah.
So you're going to read it like a country song. Then you get into your timing, your measure, and your meter. Is it going to work for that artist? A lot of times it doesn't. So you get back in the trenches and you dig some more.
So do you put the notes and things to it too?
The melody and the writing is all in there.
It's all put together. Right?
To that point, yeah.
Well,
And
yeah.
you can't read a note or
All right, well, I'll tell you what, Tony, let's get another song, and maybe two before you get out of here. Time's running out on us.
Well, maybe
Boyd
we go a
Ingram,
little
hello
more
on
upbeat.
Facebook. Say hello to Boyd Ingram. He's an
Hey, Boyd,
he's
how
an
you doing,
entertainer
man?
for sure.
Hey, y'all. How's everybody? Shout out again. Liberty Elementary rocks. Tigers go. No.
There you
I
go.
got it.
All right, take off, Tony.
Let's see. This is gonna throw you off here. This song will pick it up to pieces. took my heart and broke it.
Right.
You had nothing left to do. Baby, you took my heart and broke it. You had nothing left to do, no, nothing to do. And you're picking up the pieces, baby, I'm falling over you. Well, you were my special lady, and I thought you would be true. Well, you were my special lady, but I thought you would be true. Yeah, I did. But you're picking up the pieces, baby, I'm falling over you. No different. Well, now love is like a dagger, it will cut you right in two. Baby, your loving was a dagger, you done cut me right in two. Yeah, you did. But you're picking up the pieces, 'cause I'm falling over you. When our love should be a rainbow, yeah, with all its colors true. Oh, your loving was a rainbow, with all its colors blue, oh so blue. And you're picking up the pieces, baby, I'm falling over you.
Honey, I like that.
Just 'cause it's a happy, slappy song?
No,
it's a-
I like it. Well, yeah, yes.
that
I like the happy slappy song.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really love that.
Matter of fact, if you had another one, then you probably do it. But your daughter said this. She said,
My daughter,
"Proud daughter, right here."
I've been set up.
Well, I'm just. She evidently is watching. No, she is watching on.
What do they want here?
And she'll give you, I guess, her opinions tonight. But she certainly. This is what it said: "Proud daughter, right here."
Oh, she's, I love all my babies, you know. But, that one's probably the one, that's Amanda. She's teaching at elementary school.
Cynthia?
No.
It's Cynthia.
Cynthia?
Christina.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait a minute.
Christina. I had to look at that. I was looking at it from a far angle here.
That's Tina Bailey, yeah. She works for the PVA office over in Casey County. Let's see. There we go. Okay. It's called I'd Do It Again. No matter what it calls. Sing to you. Yeah, you won't hear me cry on your doorstep tonight. Got better things yet to do. Oh, I don't understand tears that fall. All I know to do this for you. So when you wake up sometime in the morning, gonna be somewhere on the road. Now, without all the shame. If you love me, if you truly love me, I'd do it again. Oh, we should have known a long time ago. Love's an empty boat beside the sea. As the tide rolls in and washed away forever, you can blame it all on me. I can't live without all the pain. I can't live without all the shame. If you love me, if you truly love me, I'd do it again. I'd do it all again.
All right, Tony Cooper here as we get ready to close out. What are some places that you are going to be? I know you mentioned the powwow.
Well, currently I'm focusing on writing and doing a lot of Zoom back and forth writing sessions, and I really haven't committed to any venues other than we do have the Richmond Powwow Association in Richmond, Kentucky is putting on a gathering of people to come and be a part of their heritage and other people, and just to kind of show their arts and celebrate, the end of the year is why we do the powwows in the.
Now, where does that take place out there in
That'll
Richmond?
be at the Battlefield Park there in
Okay,
Richmond.
good place for them, yeah.
Oh, great, yeah. The old barn, I was notified by.
Be a good
myself.
place to take the kids out.
Oh, yeah, they do have a Kids' Day on Friday.
Mhm.
The schools will come out. For my understanding, Kids' Day, they all come out to, I used to do that too when I was organizing gatherings and things. Bring the kids out on Friday, and then they more come on Saturday, and then they all the way up to Sunday morning service in the circle. They'll have
Great educational stuff.
yeah, it's very much in tune with church, and to us it is a church. It's just a big picnic and gathering for everybody to come and see their old friends and meet new ones and share cultures. We all live in. That's the whole purpose here. You'll see two feathers hanging. I live in two worlds. I've only got one face, so I have to. It's really interesting, and I love being able to share. Anybody to share whatever culture they have with them, and we have a lot of different people come to these, and we even have out of country native peoples come and show their culture. Totally different, but same too. We all have culture, whether you're from England, Ireland, Japan, China, or Venezuela, anywhere. We all have culture, and everybody should be in unity and peace and heart.
Yeah, I like your theme, unity, peace, and harmony. That sounds good.
I got to say about it. I'm looking forward to it, and then after that, who knows? I've got some writing sessions set up, and I hope to be able to, spread some joy somewhere.
Stay in touch.
You will.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, bro.
And
Appreciate you.
tell David I said thanks.
I will.
Thanks.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, now it is time for us to get into the news here at WRVK, and we got a couple things to do here. In between that, as we get ready to get into the news, so you folks that are listening.